Hi, welcome to today's video and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about this subject, how to get to $1 million or more in your tax-free savings account. Now this is going to be a great video. You know why? Because I posted this video and you guys went wild with your comments. Great, in a wild way. I love your comments, so keep posting your comments below here. But some of you are supporting me saying, you guys just don't understand how Tfsa works, it's possible. And then many of you were saying, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, it's impossible. How do you get to 1 million when your contribution room is only $95,000? So it's clear many of you still don't understand how Tfsa works. So look, this video for all of you people, this is for you because this is probably going to be the simplest thing you're ever going to see in your life. No complicated investment strategies, just time value of money, and I'm going to show you how to do it right in front of your eyes. Then I'm going to show you a website where you can go to do your own calculations, put in your own numbers and see what you get, and you're going to be shocked, okay? Put your comments below, smash that subscribe button, and we're off. Here we go. We have William and Catherine, my favorite couple to do these examples. You can see bright yellow in the middle of that screen. It says that we're starting off with William. They're both 56 years of age, and up until 2009 to 2024, they've managed to be able to get a $100,000 balance. And that's where many of you are confused. You think that's all contribution room. It's not. I'm showing that they only have, go into their assets, they've used up, and they have $45,000 more space of that $95,000 up to 2024 that you're all talking about. They still have $45,000. They didn't use it all. So they put in their money, and you say, well, how do you get $100,000 out of that? And the reason is because time value of money, they put money in over a period of time, and you should know that you can double your money in roughly 10 years. Your money should double. If it's not, then you're either very, very ultra conservative, or you're just not investing in things that could double your money. But it's pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, so in this example, we've got William with $100,000 at the end of the year at 6.5% rate of return. He's got $106,500, right? As you know, there's no taxation in a tax-free savings account. So you get to keep all that. None of the tax is going to go to Canada Revenue ever. You can take that money out. You don't pay anything to Canada Revenue. So this is compounding on itself, right? That money, we're not adding, see all the zeros all the way through. In fact, we get to the end of his life and we're doing withdrawals because he needs the capital, but all through the entire plan, there are no more contributions. And he gets to, look at that number, compounding $865,000 without any future contributions. But how do we get to over $1 million? So what I shared with you in that video that I talked about earlier was, at some point, either because you choose to or because you need to, want to, however you want to put that beside there, you're going to downsize your home. You're going to do it because you have mobility issues and it's too difficult to move around in the house. It's too big of a house for you to clean and care for. It's too big of a house to be just the two of you. You're just not using up all that space, that it's just unused space you're paying taxes on, and heating and hydro, like it's a lot, right? Or you may just downsize to simplify your life. For whatever reason, you're going to downsize your home. So what I'm going to share with you is what happens when you downsize your home. Let's go through that right now. I'm going to go to your assets. And another good thing is you get to see me working on a plan, right? So you can see how this works. I'm going to go down here to the assets. $1.5 million house. Comment below. Do you think that's too much of a value of a house in these days for me to use as an example? I don't think so. But let's go with that. So we're going to sell it when these people are 80 years of age because they're older, mobility issues, simplify their life, right? Makes sense. Go back to the planning page, and what you're going to see right away is we'll scroll down to when they're 80, and you'll see there's the house. And by the way, you might be asking, wait, how come it's only 1.2 million? In our planning software, we can actually take some of the assets and say these are assets that we split between spouses, like real estate. Obviously your RSPs are your own, but in real estate we split that asset in half, so one spouse has half the value and the other spouse has the other half. So that's what this 1.2 million is the appreciation of that $1.5 million over this period of time from age 56 to age 80. So now we're going to take this money and we're going to deposit it across right here in this column. So end of year we sell, and in the new year we put the money in. So $954,000 goes to William's non-registered account, and $276,500 goes to his tax-free savings account. And this is where your comments went wild. You said, how can you put $276,000 into a tax-free savings account when the annual limit is only $95,000? And the reason for that is because it's the annual limit up to 2024. So from the beginning of the tax-free savings account, which was 2009, all the way through to 2024, that cumulative amount equals $95,000. Okay, so now if you go forward from 2025 all the way to 2048, there's annual contribution rooms, right? They didn't use it. I'm showing zeros, so we get to add that, but it's not going to be $7,000 for the next, I don't know, the rest of your life. It's going to go up by $500 every 2 or 3 years. Okay, that's the way the contribution room goes up. It goes up, rounded up to the nearest $500. So the moment that the 7,000 gets closest to 7,500, they're going to make it 7,500. And I'm going to show that to you in a few minutes, how the contribution room is more. So when you add up all those years, the contribution room for William when he's 80 years old is $276,000. Now he doesn't put any more money in. Okay, so he's got all the money that he put in from 2009 to 2024, then nothing, then a contribution to fill up all of his room. So if we go all the way forward, just in that example, he's got $1.4 million in a tax-free savings account. Now, I'm going to go one more step with you. Is it the right kind of plan to not transfer the $954,000, to not take that and put some of it to your tax-free savings account each year? Yeah, you would, right? Why would you pay tax? Why would you just leave some of this available to tax? So you would take the annual amount that you're allowed and move it each year into your tax-free savings account. So let me do that for you live right here in the video. So I'm going to just put, because I want to capture all the years, and it goes up by $500. So I'm just going to say $25,000. It won't be $25,000. I'm going to copy that down to age 90 and hit run. And you'll see here that it's going to automatically adjust for the room for each year. And you'll notice, this will help you to see how this works. Right now, the contribution room is $7,000 per year. That's your annual amount. But when in 2049, when he's 81, it's actually going to be $13,000. Then the next year, $13,500, $13,500, then $14,000, $14,500. See it going up by $500 every 2 years, in this case. So by the time he's actually 90, the annual contribution room is $16,000. So by moving some more of the money that he's got available in his tax-free savings account, he's now at $1.6 million in the tax-free savings account. This isn't actually crazy math. This is a 6.5% rate of return. If you put that in an index fund, S&P 500, for instance, you're getting that easily on average over this period of time. It's going to be pretty simple to do. You don't have to do any fancy kind of allocations or any kinds of fancy leverage positions. This is a very plausible situation that you're going to experience. And if you did that, you would get to easily to that. Now let's take you to the calculator so you can put your own values in there. So you're going to go to this website that I'm going to zero this out again because I ran just to make sure that I got it right. And I'm going to show you this calculator. So where do you go? You're going to go to getsmarteraboutmoney.ca, go to calculators and Tfsa calculator. It's on the second page. Scroll down and I'll show you how to use this, okay? Your current balance, I'm going to use William's example, and that he's 56 today, okay? And I'm going to show you the contribution room is only $7,000, okay? And we're going to contribute for 30 years until he's 86, not till 90. We'll just use 30 years. And we're going to make that contribution $7,000 per year. So what are we saying? That the annual room, 7,000. The annual room is 7,000, and he uses the annual room, okay? And we're going to say 6%. is the annual expected rate of return. Let's leave the marginal tax rate by itself. It's not important really right now. And we'll hit calculate, and look what happens. Almost $1.1 million. So that tells you this is time value of money and compounding of your money, that if you're 56 years of age today with $100,000 and all you ever do is put $7,000 a year into your tax-free savings account over the next 30 years, did I do that right? 30 years, yeah. You'll end up with $1.1 million in your tax-free savings account, and you will not pay any income tax to use that money when it's time for you to pass it on to the next generation, or for whatever reason you want to use it. It's pretty simple stuff, guys. It's really easy. So I hope that clears up how I got to over $1 million. I hope this was useful in showing you how you can easily get to $1 million. Please put your comments below. I want you to comment. I want to see if you were all getting what I was saying, because I really want you to see how useful your tax-free savings account can be for you in your retirement, how easy it is to accumulate, and just keep pounding away at it. Just keep making your deposits. Put it in something that's very simple, straightforward. You don't have to go for 10 and 12%. You don't have to do anything fancy. Straightforward investing, and you'll get there. Hey, thanks for tuning into this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks, and be well.